Good evening, Mayor and Council. Welcome to our studio. We've prepared a short video presentation for you tonight, given these unusual circumstances of our COVID pandemic. Thank you. The proposed redevelopment of 5 properties at the northwest corner of Esquimalt Road and Lampson Street includes rezoning to permit a new 89-unit, 5- and 6-story market multi-residential building. In coming up with the design for this proposal, we wanted to create a welcoming urban edge, as well as a building that would respond to the topography of this sloping landmark site. As one of Esquimalt's gateway intersections, the location requires a strong response. Some of the design challenges we faced in developing our response were the significant slope along Lampson Street, the relative narrowness of the streets, and the busy intersection. We feel we've come up with an appropriately scaled project that has a strong presence but does not dominate. The generous corner plaza helps to provide some visual and physical and creates an edge that has a real human scale. The proposed land use designation for this site is medium density residential, which permits buildings of up to 6 stories and a floor space ratio of 2:1. Our proposal of 5 and 6 stories with a floor space ratio of less than 2:1 is consistent with the OCP. Additional OCP policies reflected in this proposal include alternatives to support reduced single occupancy vehicle use, supports for transit service, a location within close proximity to employment centers, the ability to accommodate young families, a mix of dwelling unit sizes to meet the varying housing needs of Esquimalt residents, the inclusion of spaces to foster social interaction, and the installation of electrical vehicle charging infrastructure. Part of our strategy for climate leadership includes a low-carbon, high-performance building which will be ASHRAE or National Energy compliant. This will be complemented by low-carbon mobility. The site is made up of 5 parcels located at the corner of Esquimalt Road and Lampson Street, and is surrounded by a combination of 4-story buildings and duplex single-family dwellings. The site is considered to be accessible by all transportation modes, including transit, walking, and cycling. To help reduce parking and environmental impact, incentives will be offered by the developer and include the provision of a Moto car share vehicle to be located on site, partnership Moto memberships allowing up to 69% of the units to benefit at any given time from Moto membership privileges, $100 credit for residents joining Moto for the first time, up to $10,000, and a long-term bicycle parking of 1.5 per unit. The site is well placed within an existing established fabric of multifamily buildings. The redevelopment of this site to multi-residential is in keeping with the planned densification of the Esquimalt Road corridor. This slide is a closer view of the site, showing similar contextual adjacencies. This aerial view shows the proposed redevelopment of the site within the existing context. The following 4 slides zoom in for a closer view, animated and day and night scenes. Looking from the south towards the site, this is a view of the existing property. This is a view of the proposed redevelopment of the site. One of the key design drivers is the relationship between the building and the street. 5 townhouses have been located along the street edge, each with a front patio area. The main entrance at the corner features generous glazing and a warm, welcoming feel. The sunny plaza, located between the street and the entry, has been designed for lingering and socializing. At night, this area comes to life. There are many opportunities for eyes on the street. In addition to the townhouse plaza, there is a generous deck area on level 3 and part of level 4, as well as balconies on all suites. Looking at Esquimalt Road up Lampson Street, this is a view of the existing property. Looking north on Lampson from the south side of Esquimalt Road, this is a view of the existing property. This Google Street View is taken before the property were built. In terms of unit matrix, overall there are 4 junior 1-bedroom units, 49 1-bedrooms, 23 2-bedrooms, 2 3-bedroom units on the courtyard, and 6 penthouses for a total of 83 units. Townhouses make for a total of 89 units. There is on-site storage for each unit. The building is stepped back at level 3 to provide an appropriate human scale along the sidewalk, where the setback is more shallow. The penthouses on the top floor are further stepped back and help to articulate the roofline. The project is comprised of 2 separate buildings over a shared parkade. The buildings are separated by an atrium that provides a view and a connection to the courtyard beyond. There is access to some parks as well as a lay-by for drop-off, pick-up, deliveries, taxi, etc. The atrium will gently illuminate the entry and the courtyard. The 3-bedroom units open onto the courtyard, which has been designed to recreate a Garry Oak meadow, a sheltered, safe place to explore and freely or sit quietly with a book on any given day. In addition to 8 new Garry Oaks and 9 new street trees, a number of existing Garry Oak and fir trees will be retained along the north and west property line. There will be efforts made to retain the Garry Oaks close to Esquimalt Road at the southwest corner of the property. This view is the stepping back of the building on various levels. The main access for parking is located on Esquimalt Road. A parking supply rate of 1.05 per unit has been provided. Based on the parking study prepared by Watt Consulting Group, the expected parking demand is 92, and 94 parking spaces have been provided. There are 83 stalls for residents and 9 stalls for visitors, including 2 barrier-free. Rough-in for EV charging will be provided for every 2 stalls. There is an existing driveway that will remain undisturbed for tree preservation efforts. The new Moto car share vehicle will be located on this driveway, an ideal high location accessible to all car share members. We have engaged both BC Transit as well as Esquimalt Engineering in conversations regarding the street edge. The bus lay-by has been deleted and the corner radius has been improved for turning. There is space to stack 2 buses and a new BC Transit bus shelter will be incorporated. Engineering has requested a new 2-meter sidewalk along Esquimalt Road. Comprehensive shadow studies have been completed and are included with the rezoning submission package. We have included a sample in our presentation which shows a spring-fall shadow at 12 p.m. and 3 p.m. The neighbor to the north will likely be the most impacted. This time of year fall mostly on the driveway in front of the townhouses. A variety of trees and shrubs will be specified to create an attractive streetscape. Some example images of these can be seen on the landscape drawing which has been completed by Lombard North Group. Conceptually, the project includes the recreation of Garry Oak meadows in the courtyard area as well as in the northeast corner of the property. For the purpose of our presentation to you this evening, we have shown 3D rendered views of the proposal as they are more engaging, informative, and in many ways more realistic. Plans, elevations, and sections can be viewed in the rezoning submission package. Thank you for the opportunity to share our ideas. This concludes the formal part of our presentations, and the consultant team is available for questions and any clarifications that may be required.